Hey guys, I've been on Buyee again. This one I think is a record holder. This is a huge box. So, like I said, I signed back into Buyee, and yeah, I placed a bid, and then well, we won something. So you know how that goes. Buy one thing, might as well buy two or three to justify the shipping. Whew. There's only four things in this box. Two of them are pretty daggone big. One's actually very small, and the other one, well, that's just regular. So we've got a mix. I'm gonna have to get this off the bench and do the unboxing there because it's huge. So yeah, I signed back into Buyee. It's been about 6 months since I bought anything from there. Just was getting too many projects backed up and figured I don't need to keep adding to a pile that is already monumental. So I decided, okay, we're just going to stop with Buyee for a bit. Let some other people have a chance at some deals. And recently I was like, you know what? It's been a while. Let me sign back in to see what they have. Stumbled across one thing, and then that turned into the other thing. And then the other two were just deals I couldn't pass up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up the box. I'm going to bring them out one at a time, show you guys what I got. Like I said, I think the box is roughly 2 foot by 2 foot by 2.5 feet. So I just measured the box. It's 21 inches wide, 19 inches tall, and 30 inches long. So she's a beast. So the first thing up is just a lunchbox kit. There's nothing special about this one. It's not old. It's just a re-release kit. But I think I paid $54 for it. Couldn't help it. I think I put a max bid in at $55, and I think I got it for 54 and change or something like that. I don't know. I'll put the total down here. Now, obviously, with the shipping, it does increase the cost. So did I save a lot? Probably not a ton on it, but it was there. It's a full kit. They don't have to take oils or anything out of this one. So I was like, you know what? Why not? And I can always use another lunchbox. Okay, so like I said, there was a regular one, which was the lunchbox, and then there was a tiny one. So this is evidently Kyosho Trinity Itsy Bitsy Spider. I didn't even know this thing existed. So evidently this came out around the time the original mini tees showed up. And I don't remember this at all. It's Trinity products. In the listing it said Kyosho. But the package definitely is Trinity. So I don't know whether Kyosho made it for Trinity or it was just the way it was listed. But it's a tiny little stadium truck, but evidently it's 4-wheel drive, which really piqued my interest. I love the little mini tees. They were a blast, but they were only 2-wheel drive. It was like an original stadium truck would be. It would be the 2-wheel drive, shrunk down 10 scale thing. This looks like it was never opened. It still has some plastic tape on here that is yellow, so I'm assuming this was never ever. It's not. This thing is brand new. The Itsy Bitsy Spider from Trinity, 18 scale 4-wheel drive mini monster truck kit. And like I said, I don't know when this was released, so it comes with a clear body and a pre-built chassis. Oh, come on. So yes, this thing is brand new, never been run, no electronics installed, and 4-wheel drive. Nice chrome wheels on there. Nice, soft, squishy, race-ready tires on there. Looks like plastic outdrives, metal dog bones, turnbuckles all the way around. And, designed for 4-wheel drive. No oil on the shocks, just spring shocks like the stock Mini T would have been. What else do we get in the box? So you get some body clips, the motor mount, pinion, motor mount screws. So they're already a step ahead of modern day associated re-releases. There's a clear wing, Velcro for the body, some sticky strips for the wing, and then a full decal sheet with the Itsy Bitsy Spider logo, the grills, all that stuff. And then a cool pinky purple wibbly wobbly. So no electronics in this, which is fine. But you get a full instruction manual and a full fold-out exploded view of the entire thing. So this is pretty close to one-to-one of a parts view. So I'm not going to go into full depth on this because, one, I don't know that much about it. But I will do a whole video on this, getting this guy up and running. But yeah, big front and rear dips on it. And some nice chassis braces down here for the front. Actually, front and rear have the big braces on there that go to the diff and the chassis, so it's like really rigid. Does come with the little micro servo installed, and it's a nice little traditional 3-wire. So I can get a nice little brushless system for this, stick a small little brushless motor and ESC in here, and still have room for probably the receiver up top. But yeah, that was a really cool find, and I think I paid a whopping $35 for this thing. I do like the little flip up battery door access. It does have an aluminum center drive shaft. So, really neat little thing. Like I said, I didn't realize that this existed or remembered that this existed. I mean, it's been a while since these came out. I don't see a date on here. Okay, so it says copyright Trinity Products 2004. So, yeah, that would have been about right. A little bit after the mini T's came out, because I think they came out, what are they, 2001 maybe? But yeah, really neat little truck. So let me get this guy back in the box. And I wasn't shopping for this guy at all. This was a impulse buy, because I was like, 35 bucks, I'm gonna put a bid in on it, and nobody else bid on it. So it's like, yay, Buyee bargains. Now, of course, shipping added to the cost of it, but still, even with adding $100 to that, that would be cheaper than what I probably could have paid for it on eBay. I don't know. I haven't looked for them on eBay, but I know a brand new in-box kit from the early 2000s is going to fetch $150, pretty much no matter what it is. All right, now the big guys. So, I told you we got big. So this is an original Clodbuster from the 80s-ish era. No way to tell exactly when it was made, but this is the original kit. This is not a re-release. This is an original kit. Unfortunately, when they packed it, they kind of crammed everything in the box. They had to take the front wheels off, which is fine. They made sure that the hubs were taped on and all that stuff. But I lost a light bar light on the roll bar. I think this was broken in the picture. I can't remember, but I knew that the back one was going to had some scratches in it and everything, and I plan on stripping this all down, repainting it at some point, and doing the original livery because it's missing the door stickers and stuff like that. So I'll have to get another light bar set for it. The roll bar itself is not in bad shape. It's just the light bar snapped off one of the lights, unfortunately. Kind of hard to cram two big things in the box with other small things in the box and get it all to work. But whoever built it nice. They painted in the side lights. They painted in the turn signals up here. They did paint the body and put most of the stickers on there, but like I said, it's missing some of the side stickers. It still has the original mechanical speed control in it. Has the original black in-bell motors. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean this all up, and that's pretty much it. I don't plan on running this one. I've got two re-release ones. I've got the black edition and I've got the gray edition. I don't have a need to run this one. I'm going to take the wheels off, get them in some peroxide, brighten those up. I'm going to get the body redone, get a full set of MCI reproduction decals on there, and just get it back to looking mint and original. The chassis is not broken in the center where they're commonly broken from stress. The pumpkins are not scraped up. The back one has a few little tiny scratches in it. But overall, it's in fabulous shape. It's just dirty from sitting around. The shock springs do need to be replaced. They're showing a lot of surface rust on them. So bumpers, shock springs, which are easy to get still, and really nothing on there has changed. and just go over it, tighten up anything that needs to be tightened up. Oh, and another way to tell, this is an original, it has the power and economy switch on it, which basically, I think economy cut out the high gear selection, the third speed on the speed control, and then power, you sent all the power to it. But it's got a sandwall receiver, sandwall servo in it. So, it's technically ready to run. I just need to find a crystal that would fit. But like I said, I don't have any plans of running this one. This one's just going to be a showpiece. Tires are in great shape. They're just dirty and dusty from sitting around. So like I said, this one is a clean it up and repaint, redecal, and just going to have a nice, classic, original clodbuster. And I think I said in a recent video, I really don't need another clodbuster, but don't need it. Sure did want it. So this is going over into the project wall. I'll take tires off of it, stick it over there, and start working on getting this one done here soon. So let's dig the other big piece out. I need somewhere to put this. I'm trapped. I've got a big box over here and boxes over here, and I can't get nowhere, so I had to shove that up underneath the bench. All right, another big one. So TXT1. I don't have a TXT1 at all, and this came up. It looked to be in very, very good condition. There's some minor scuffs and scrapes around the corners. Like it has been run a few times, but overall it's in great shape. Now, I did notice when I pulled it out, one of the front rod ends had pulled out of the front link, the lower link, and the front end was wobbling all around. So I know that I'm going to need to replace that. But overall, the body's in great shape. It looks well done. Yeah, this is a pre-printed body, so this will get polished up and cleaned up the best I can, and that's going to be good enough for it. But again, all original. It's got the mechanical speed controller. It even has the 4 AA pack for the receiver, and it came with the XPEC radio. Now, it doesn't have an antenna, but I can get that. It's no big deal. But so much different than the clodbuster. And these things are not cheap. No matter where you can get them or how good you can find them, they're not cheap. I paid a little over $300 for this one, and as on the cap of where I wanted to spend, but thankfully I put my limit in and it sold for just under what I put my limit in. But I do have to fix that front link, which should be no issue. I've got to put the drive shaft back together. Looks like that pulled out because the front end was flaying around. I got to go back to the listing on this one. I am pretty sure everything was intact and perfect shape, so I may have to contact Buyee and file a claim for both the clodbuster getting a little busted up and this thing getting a little busted up. You pay the extras for the protective packaging, and they're kind of cramming stuff in the box. Wasn't the best this time around, but again, this one is in. There's like 2 little teeny tiny scritches on the pumpkins. The bumpers show just a tiny little bit of scratching on them. But yeah, overall, everything looks great. Got the black end bell motors on this one as well. You got 2 motors sitting right up underneath here. And yeah, I'm just super stoked to have one. Thankfully, the bumpers are in good shape because I know these things get broken off and they're not the easiest to find. All the body mounts are in good shape. Obviously, entirely too long, but I'll get the body posts in the right height and get them chopped off. But yeah, this one is probably going to be a cleanup, and I'll probably take it out for a light run. Throw a modern receiver and stuff in here. But I'll probably leave the mechanical speed controller in here just because I don't plan on running this a lot. I just really, really wanted one for the collection. I finally found one that was affordable. New in box ones of these are $1,000, $1,200 usually on places like eBay. A very, very good shape one where it's not the body's missing or something's broken, or 400 plus. And in really, really good shape, they're $700, $800, $900 for a really, really good example. And I think this one will be. I just need to tear some of it down, get it all cleaned up. You know, the wheels aren't in bad shape. There's a few little nicks on them. Tires are still in great shape. So, you know, overall, it's just a clean up. If I would pop shocks off, you know, check those out. Looks like they have leaked out a little bit. So I'll rebuild those, put some green slime in there to keep them from leaking. And like I said, just another cleanup build. Just some dirt and grime from hanging out for so many years. And we'll get this one out for a brief runaround. Like I said, I do got to fix that front link. So I got to look at the availability of those. But it does have the sway bars front and rear. I did not realize, I don't know whether that was a hop up or what. Doesn't really seem to do a whole lot. This one is a whole lot more wiggly woggly than the Clodbuster is. I'm used to the Clodbuster being so rigid and, you know, that's about all the suspension it has. This one actually has a good bit of suspension travel in there, and those cantilever shocks are just awesome. Does have all the plastic cantilevers on there. I'm not looking to hop it up or anything, but yeah, it looks like somebody built it, ran it a few times, and has stuck it up on a shelf, just like a lot of the other stuff I've gotten from Buyee. Very well maintained, just been sitting. So that is the Buyee bargains. And let's see, I paid, the shipping on this one was expensive. That's a huge box, and it was not a light one at all. You know, you got two big monster trucks, a full kit, and then the little itsy bitsy spider, which, you know, that was negligible in there, but still took up room. I think shipping on this was right around $300, so I paid almost as much in shipping as I did for this truck. But I got this truck, which is hard to find. I got an original Clodbuster in very good shape, which is hard to find. I got a brand new in-box itsy bitsy spider kit, and I got a brand new in-box lunchbox kit. So I really can't complain about any of it. You know, basically I bought the two trucks, paid for the shipping, and the shipping cost basically covered those two little small ones, and then I just got great deals on the big truck. So I am not complaining at all. I just need to reach out to Buyee and let them know that a few things were broken in the shipment, take some pictures, and let them know that, you know, when I bought it, was not displayed or disclosed that those things were broken. Not that I'm looking for, you know, them to refund me any money. I just want to let them know that, you know, I paid for their premium packaging and did not get premium results out of it. Ooh, there's a lot of slop in that transmission. But you can tell this thing is heavy. You can hear the tires kind of grunting back and forth on the bench. Anyway, guys, that's enough for me today. I'm going to try to find homes for all this stuff, get some pictures taken, go upstairs, and start editing videos. Anyway, guys, as always, everybody be happy, be healthy, be safe, and I will catch you guys on the next one. See ya.